Good morning. This is Philip with RTX Honeybees. Thank you for clicking on this video of how I assemble these extra deep hive frames. I call these the Texas Deep. Not only do I hope you enjoy watching how I assemble these, I hope you'll follow along as I place these into swarm traps, then take those caught swarms and put them into permanent boxes, and watch how these frames work as I manage these bees throughout this season. Hopefully we'll learn something from all this, and maybe this becomes something that I use. Maybe it's something that doesn't work, but I hope you'll come along. I wanted to show you guys how I assemble my frames. I build all the components and pieces for my frames. This particular frame that we're going to put together today is the Texas Deep. It's a new thing that I'm trying out this year. It's just an extra deep frame. It's basically the space between a medium super and a deep super sort of combined. I have a video talking about these, so you guys go back and look at that. I'll get you familiar with this, but just wanted to show you guys how I did this. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's either the lightning or the tornado warning's going off. We're under a tornado watch till 10 o'clock tonight. Guess I ought to go tune into the news, huh? Okay, so what I do is I put one in the top, try to make sure it's not twisted, and then I come back and put one here, and then I come back and put one horizontally across here, because when you're picking up with your hive tool, it will sometimes pull out. But if you put one in on the side like this, it's probably not going to pull out. All right, one down, about 30 to go. Have you heard anything on the news?
I haven't watched anything.
Look on your phone. I'm making a video, so I don't have.
Huh?
I'm making a video, so.
Siren's gonna be in it.
Okay, before I put some more glue down, I'm going to go and check the weather, see how bad it's really going to be. Okay, our next step is to put the fishing line reinforcement inside this frame. So what I have here are things that you need. 30-pound fishing line, small wire brads. I'm using number 18 by 5/8, needle nose pliers to hold the nails. They're tiny. Hammer. Something to cut the fishing line. A glove that I like to put on my left hand because it's when you pull the fishing line tight, you have to wrap it around my fingers. It keeps from cutting my fingers. And these are cutters because I will run across some nails that are staples that are protruding out at times, and I'll have to clip those off. Then I'll use a nail set to set those in the. Okay. Oh yeah, these have holes drilled in the edges. Every now and again, I'll run across one that's not centered very well. This one's actually fine, so I have this drill handy to put a new hole in that's near the center of the frame. All right, let's get started. I also have this headlamp because not the best light in this room, so this just helps me to see the fishing line and where it's going. Wrap this around 3 or 4 times. Now, drive the nail down. This is where the glove comes in handy. You could put one fishing line serpentine through this whole frame. I put 3 fishing lines in here because I know at some point in the future I will have to cut out some queen cells off of these frames. So when you cut out a queen cell, you want to make sure that you leave plenty of room around that cell. Sometime to do that properly, you'll have to cut one of these lines. So if you cut one, if you cut one of these, say there's a queen cell right there and I cut it, then I've only lost this part of the reinforcement of the frame. I still have the top and the bottom. So it's just to get a little more life out of the frame when I start cutting queen cells out. All right. That's it right there. Okay, the last step in the frame build is add the starter strip. I use approximately 1 inch, maybe 3/4 to 1 inch starter strip just at the top of the frames. I'll show you guys how I do that. All right. What I use for the wax is these deep sheets of wax I get from Daydant. I just take a knife and a straight edge and I just cut them off into 1 inch strips. I have 30 of these to do. I make myself a double boiler on my hot plate. It's good for this. If you have some old, little bit darker wax, I think that's a good use for that, because you don't want that going in your candles. I use small paint brushes to paint the wax on, to attach. I mean, this stuff costs like $1 a sheet or so, but you can get your cost down to about 12-15 cents a piece if you use this. I'm cutting three at a time. I found I can cut 4 if I really bear down, but that's really all it is to it. Actually, I'm cutting 2 at a time. Let me see. I think I'm going to cut 3 at a time.
Bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time. It's clear to see from up here. The world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors.
Okay, that's a wrap on that project. Thanks for watching.